Good morning. Happy Sunday. Let's see. Heading off to brunch, but I wanted to do a live. Let me take my phone off of this thing. I don't like the way it's shaking. Hold on one second here. Okay. Good morning. Good morning. Anyways, I'm heading off to brunch, but I did want to make a live video as I'm heading out to discuss something that I saw yesterday after I made a post on my Facebook page, basically stating that if you keep attracting and entertaining a certain type of person, it's you, not them. And several people came on the post and said they disagreed. So I wanted to me, it's better to clarify what I'm saying, because obviously they either didn't read or did not comprehend what I was saying. So let's say this: 2020 was a year a lot of people took as a horrible year. I didn't see 2020 as a terrible year. I seen it as a year of self-reflection. I took that year to work on me. There was a lot of things I personally knew I needed to work on. Because once you go through a situation where you're out with friends all the time, you're dating, nothing serious, and then you're stuck home by yourself, it makes you look at your life in a whole different type of way. I have invested a lot of money, time, and effort into myself in order to make sure that I am the best version of me. A lot of people sitting around eating, binge watching Netflix, and other things. I was in the gym. I was working on my mind, my body, my heart. And like I say, I put a lot of time and effort into it. And I had to look at myself in the mirror and do a lot of self-reflecting, which led me to accountability for the things that I've gone through, some of the decisions I made. I have to take accountability. So I said all that to say, when I said that what you attract and entertain is a direct reflection of you. If you know you're entertaining someone and that person does not mean you well, and you continue to entertain them, and then they misuse you, mishandle you, you did that to yourself. You brought that into your life. You entertained it. You allowed it to happen. Once you understand what your core needs are, once you understand yourself and you've healed any traumas that you've had, you look at things so much differently. You don't let people into your life. You don't even entertain them. You don't even let them near you if they don't mean you any goodwill. I never understood when people would say you can't help who you fall in love with. You absolutely can help who you fall in love with. If you're not going to entertain someone that has your best interest at heart, why are you entertaining them? Yeah, every now and again, some jokers might slip through, or some female, for the men, some women may slip through the cracks. But the thing is, as soon as you see they mean you no good, they mean you harm, you cut them off. You don't entertain them, people. Hold on, guys. I'm getting text messages. You cut them off. You don't continue to entertain people or allow people into your space that don't mean you good. So when people say, oh, well, go, what are you waiting on? So when people say, well, you can't help who you attract, you can. Here's another example. A few years ago, it had to be maybe 5 or 6 years ago, I was talking with my dad. And I was telling my dad, I was like, all of a sudden it seemed like guys, they used to hit on you when you go to the gas station, or, you're driving down the street, guys would try to come on to you or try to get at you and stuff like that. And I'm like, guys don't do that anymore. Like, I don't get that. Like, where random, just like, guys in the neighborhood try to come on to you. And he was like, well, because I can't remember the exact words. Oh, he told me I'm intimidating. And I'm like, what do you mean by I'm intimidating? He's like, you're intimidating. He was like, look at how you carry yourself. Look at how you present to the world, what you drive. He was like, men that don't want to do well for you, don't want to feed into your life, you're intimidating to them. So they're not going to approach you. So my thing is, if you're continuously getting men to approach you and you seem like the low-hanging fruit, that's all you're going to continue to get. That the men that see you as low-hanging fruit. Once you elevate to a certain level, a lot of that's going to stop. But what's going to happen is you're going to get men of a certain caliber that want to be in your space and that will approach you. That takes time. That's why I try to tell a lot of the girls, smile more, be more approachable, be softer, because it's going to attract what you need into your life, as opposed to always mean mugging, rest and be face all the time. And when you go out, don't wear the bonnets and be looking crazy. I don't go anywhere. Even if I need to run to the grocery store, I have like 3 dresses that I always put on, little sundresses. Even if it's cold, I'll put a jean jacket on with it. But it's something where I don't look like I'm thrown away, and I look like I'm, at least decent and put together. And that's another reason why I've had my hair like this for quite some time. I'm in a 8-week workout challenge, and I wear my hair natural. And the thing is when you work out as much as I do, you're not going to be able to do your hair. And if you need to just get up and go somewhere, you don't want to look like you need to throw a bonnet on or something crazy. So you can help who you attract. You can help who you entertain. And I just need people to understand, don't go around saying you can't help it. You have to take accountability of what you attract into your life. Sometimes you need to take a step back, look at yourself, assess your life. Am I projecting into the world what I want back into my life? And if your results match what you want, then you're doing it all right. But my thing is, what do your results look like? If your results are raggedy, and if you're out here, always complaining, men ain't doing this, men, all they want to do is have somebody take care of them. They want 50-50 and this, that, and the other. I don't have those problems anymore because I took the time to learn me, what it is I want. I have 0 complaints about men now. And I just need people to understand, you need to stop the you can't help, and I'm going to complain about this one, and why men do this and why men do that, and it's always the men. If it's always the men, and you're the common denominator with all these different men, you have to understand, it ain't always the men. You have to look at yourself. You have to look within. What is it about me that keep attracting this type of men to me? What is it about me that keep entertaining this type of men? Once you figure that out, things will be so much better. I can tell you. So, that's all my little message is for today. It's more about accountability, taking the time to learn yourself, understanding yourself, why you're bringing any type of energy into your own life of people you don't want there. I've gotten to a point now where someone's energy is not up to par, or someone's energy is not where I need it to be. I have no hard feelings. I don't say anything negative about the person. I just withdraw myself from it. Dewan, you're right. It is the hardest thing. Trust me. I hurt my own feelings when I had to take a step back and look like, okay, one thing I will say, guys that I've dated in the past, they've been good dudes. But the thing is, issues that I had within myself caused situations where it didn't go any further than it should have. And I'm not saying I take 100% responsibility, but I have some accountability of how things went, how things ended, And it's so important to just understand yourself. And like I say, it's gonna hurt. That's the hardest thing to do is look at yourself and pick your own self apart and figure out, what is it about me that causes other people to, that I'm dating, not to want to connect or be with me. You have to ask yourself that. What is it about me that makes other, men, or, men asking, why do women not want to be with me? And a good thing to do is maybe ask an ex that, you're still reasonably friendly with. Hey, why didn't we last? Like, what happened? Like, give me the hardcore truth. A lot of times we already know. We just don't want to open up our eyes to see it. But honestly, once you open up your eyes and you do the work, you will be able to see what your problem is, and you can start working on correcting it. I guess it is not a secret. Like, I've been working with April Mason. I've had hours and hours of conversations, training. I'm in her VIP dating academy. And one thing I will say, since I've been with her, my dating life has gone through the roof. Like, dating, the caliber of men, just the whole experience, everything has been amazing. But you got to go in with an open mind. You can't go in thinking like it's not going to, the information is not going to help, it's not going to work. You can't go into any situation with a negative mindset. But when you go in and you have your mind open and you're willing to learn and willing to understand, then things will it'll gradually get better. You're going to keep bumping your head because it's a learning process. I mean, I've dated some guys and I'm like, my goodness, like, he was awesome. But I date from a perspective of abundance, not lack. So if it didn't work out with him, I would always meet someone of that caliber or even higher. And it's like, okay, so you have to put your mindset in that manner where there's an abundance. And then when you look back, okay, this is what I did wrong. I'm going to take accountability. This is what I did wrong. So let me tweak this, fix that. And then you get yourself into the next, situation. And you're like, okay, so I fixed that. Now maybe something else that comes up that you may need to do a little work on. But the thing is, you're steady growing. But in order to grow, you have to address the accountability. You have to take accountability. What is it about me that keep messing this up? So, I think that's all I had. I'm going to pin this. People want to watch it, they can watch it. Lipstick is peeling. But anyways, there's always going to be someone that comes in, well, you're not married, and I always, it's the funniest thing. Someone always got to say, but you're not married. I've been married. I have an adult son. I'm 43 years old. My son lives on his own. I'm an empty nester. But guess what? I'm not one of these that have multiple kids by multiple men, never been married, or one that doesn't have any kids and they're reaching 40 and want to be married, want kids, and they're like literally dragging men down the aisle, to marry them, or lowering standards because you're fighting a timetable. I mean, I'd rather be in my situation because I'm dating someone that I'm just like, I don't post him. I'm not going to talk much about him, but I'm just in a really, really good place. But the issue is, I always get, well, you're not married. Or, well, if you know all this, why aren't you married? Because like I say, 2020 was my year where I did the work. I went through the dating phases. I learned myself and my core needs. And now that I understand myself better, I am in a great situation. And I don't have to rush. Because Tanera's not having babies. Only thing I give birth to is new ideas. And yes, I want to remarry. But I'm not in a hurry because I never want to have to go through another divorce. Anybody who's ever been through a divorce knows that is the absolute worst thing ever. But I'm pulling up Hey Nate, I love you. I miss you. I need to call you, Nate, because I need you to hack into my laptop. Cuz I'm having some issues with that, but I'll get at you with that. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. But like I say, the first step is taking accountability for your own self in your own actions. So you guys have a wonderful Sunday. As soon as I get ready to log off, someone sent something. Vernisha, yeah, it is the worst. And that's why people don't take accountability, because it's hard looking at your own self. It really is. Like, I'm telling you, I don't talk about my divorce a lot, but it left me with some real issues. And I know I personally had to deal with abandonment issues. It was horrible. And I literally had to seek therapy, and it's okay, you know, people have to get therapy. Some people need therapy and don't get it, and they still, you know, dealing with their craziness. Oh, you know what? I'm going the wrong way. Jesus Christ, Tanera, pay attention. But, you know, it's important to go and get therapy when you realize what your issues are and how you need to go about fixing them. And sometimes you need to go talk to somebody. It is what it is. So, like I say, look within. But I just pulled up to brunch. So you guys have a wonderful Sunday. I'm about to get bottomless mimosa wasted. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.